Good afternoon. I am Bulbul Mukherjee, Assistant Professor of CSE IT Department of BIT and Coordinator of Calendar Activity Group of Institutions Innovation Council BIT. Welcome you all in this webinar. Institutions Innovation Council BIT is giving the level-based effort to foster the culture of innovation, incubation, and entrepreneurship among students and faculties. We want to encourage, inspire, and nurture young students by supporting them to work with new ideas and transform them into prototypes. Today, we have this webinar on innovation prototype validation, converting innovation into a startup. I heartily welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Niladri Roy. His talk will definitely encourage us and direct us to go in right direction to achieve our goal. Welcome all of you, our principal sir, our guest speaker, and all the dignitaries in this webinar, and my beloved students also. Welcome you all. Please listen the webinar. I think it will definitely help you to build the prototype. Thank you.
Thank you, Bulbul. Thanks. Good evening, everybody. So, this is the good initiative from our college. It's ideally.
Sir, I'm just interrupting you. Before that, we have to call our principal, sir. He will give some speech and then.
Okay, then please go.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Deepita, your voice is not coming.
Deepita, unmute yourself. Deepita, are you there?
Deepita?
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Please start.
Thank you, ma'am, for a delightful speech. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Deepita Pradhan from CSE second year, one of your hosts for today, and I welcome you all to the wonderful session. As we know, the Ministry of Human Resource Development, MHRD, Government of India is making every possible effort to drive innovation and entrepreneurship to emerge as one of the focal points of our education system. Taking part in this initiative, Institutions Innovation Council, BIT, in association with Indian Society for Technical Education, that is ISTE, Students Chapter of BIT, presents today's online session on innovation prototype validation, converting innovation into startup. And I heartily welcome our guest speaker for today, Mr. Niladri Roy sir, to share his insights and acknowledge us with innovation and entrepreneurship. Now, I would like to request our Honorable Principal Sir, Dr. N.C. Ghosh sir, to say a few words to commence this session.
Yeah, thank you very much, Deepita. Very good evening to everybody. Here we have our guest speaker today, Mr. Niladri Roy, and we have Dr. Arpita Chakraborty, President IIC, and today's you can say the coordinator, Professor Bulbul Mukherjee, and then Sudipto, and all other team members of IIC. So, for the kind information of everybody here, that our IIC, Institutions Innovation Cell, as a regular program, is organizing a good seminar, or you can say organizing the talks for the students on very relevant topics. So before I hand over the platform to our host, let me just say a few words. So before that, I welcome Mr. Niladri Roy to this specific talk. He's consultant and of TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. He is the product delivery lead of IoT cloud platform. And as already informed that today's topic is innovation, prototype, validation, converting innovation into a startup. So the topic itself speak the relevance of this particular talk. So when I was just glancing to the LinkedIn of Mr. Niladri Roy, what I have observed that he is working with TCS since last 15 years. So he has 22 years experience and he is in the service since 1999. Since 1999 up till now, he has been working with 14 organizations in different capacities. That is what I could observe. Means, so that shows his demand in the market and the way he is changing his expertise, or rather, somebody is demanding his services in different organizations. That is very encouraging. So what I understand, another thing is, he will talk to our students as well as the faculty present, whatever experiences he has gathered, and also his knowledge base, and he will try to share with the students. So his industrial experience will help our students a lot, means with regard to the future challenges students will face and how they will mobilize themselves towards the professional world. So I'm not an expert in the area, but of course I will listen to the expert and have some idea about the subject area. And I heartily welcome you, Mr. Niladri Roy, to this particular talk. And at the same time, I thank my IAC team for organizing such a topic. So without losing much time, I hand over the platform to the host, and also heartily say welcome to our guest speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks for your elaboration about my experience, and it is a great pleasure to present such a energetic and youth, so that who will be our I assume that they are our futures, and this is the completely relevant topic nowadays. And what I can say, in my 22 years journey, I have seen lots of changes. Thank for explaining that. And on top of that, I just want to say that currently everything is, our technology driven nowadays, and the innovation is morely the technology is mainly driving factor of the innovations. So I'm trying to share my experience and share my knowledge to all of you, and hope it will basically helping you for your future. So I'm due to network issue, I'm basically stopping my videos and I'm sharing my PPT, and I'm starting that one. Thanks.
Deepika, unmute yourself.
Hello, I'm basically trying to share the screen. Do you have a right to share this? I mean, my PPT, but
Vishwajit, please allow make him co-host. Within in this time, I think Deepika, please introduce speaker sir and ask Orpita madam to share some words. Deepika, are you there?
Next, I would request the President of IICBIT, Dr. Orpita Chakraborty ma'am to say something.
Very good evening to all of you. I think our speaker sir has already started sharing his screen. So without delaying further, we would let him continue his speech. We are, of course, today we are fortunate enough that we are having such a person, an industry experienced person among us, and hopefully our students will be benefited from his speech about the prototype validation and how this prototype is required for the startup. So without delaying, without interrupting him further, I would request Deepita just to introduce him and let him speak, please.
Now I would like to call my co-host Farheen Begum to introduce our guest speaker and continue the event.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Farheen Begum from CSE Department, second year. Thank you so much, Deepita, for handing it over to me and giving me the opportunity to introduce our esteemed guest speaker for today. With an abundance experience of 22 years and diversity in the IT field, and as the current product delivery lead of IoT Cloud platform of TCS, I would like to invite Mr. Niladri Roy, sir, to grace us and commence the session.
Mr. Roy, are you available, please?
Yeah, I'm there. So I'm basically able to share the screen.
Yes, please.
So it is visible too?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Yeah. I'll make it as a full screen. Let's see. Okay, it's showing the full screen. Am I right? Yeah. So again, good evening. Before I start, I just need to understand one thing from the all the stakeholder point of view. I think majority of the students, Arpita, they are in the first year, second year, or something, or is everything. Just can
Yes,
you just
sir. Mixed backup students, first year, second year, third year, fourth year. All
okay,
of them
and
here.
the background.
Background CSE, EC, IT, BT.
Okay,
so
okay, good. Okay, then thanks. First, in these sessions, I just want to want to understand, is anybody I just want that this session should be the interactive as many as possible, though if any having question that you can ask in the some of the time which I get based on the milestone, I'm basically asked for the questions. So if it is a more interactive, then since it is a completely what we can say, that is the online model, so it is very difficult to understand that people are able to get the message which I am basically trying to, and that the same time from the some of you basically having your question that you can also that I need to address, so that this session should be the you can say that is most useful for the your future time. So starting from the startup point of view, I believe everybody know this is a come from entrepreneur. So here is a I just first I would like to say that is the there is a terms found any of the startup or any of the things for that if you starting for the career, either we are basically employee. Some of the employer basically take us for as an employee. We can earn the money, and also we can start any business, and we can employ other people also, or without employment also can be done in the single person shop also there. But the thing is that there is a big difference for the any of the businessman and the entrepreneurships. So that you need to understand from the first. Like a businessman means which is doing the business just because of the their profit. Like I say, see, this is the good example I getting from the chorus. So businessmen purchase one bananas from the $1.5 and then they're selling with the $2. That is the $0.5. It is their profit. Is rather you can say the or normally we used to say the revenue, and that revenue whatever their cost is, additional cost is there. After that it will be like a regulatory cost and that other logistic cost. Rest of the part is their profit. But the entrepreneur, we used to say that is the those who are basically doing the business with the innovations. Doing the business with innovation means they changing changing their they implementing their ideas in their business, and they basically earn lot. So here is an example that the same bananas, if you create a juice and you can sell with the $5. So is a big difference between the businessman and the entrepreneur. So normally we used to businessmen not taking in starting their business with the existing ideas. They will taking the traditional paths and avoid taking the another business type apart from business risks, and not taking the any new kind of changes in traditional things, and completely profit oriented. Those who are big businessmen who's used to say the market player. But the innovator who basically you basically having the innovative idea. It's not that you should have the innovative product, but if you having the innovative idea, then you can start the business. And normally that's all the entrepreneur, they basically use starting with this innovative idea. They make the change in the industries, and after that they basically take the huge risk during this start. And lastly, they basically focusing on the people oriented, not like a profit oriented, and people used to say the leaders. So anybody can say that is a one name for the entrepreneur? Which is basically any of the student. Maybe they are mute. So like a you can say,
Sir, Ritesh Agarwal.
yeah, Victor Lagos, what type of entrepreneur he is? What he do?
Sir, like he is an entrepreneur of oil. So
Yeah. So see, Oyo is a basically in a chain. The chain means a hotel chain, you know. I think everybody we know. So what is the idea behind that? Anybody can say? See, don't think it is about that. Suppose if you want to do startup, then your mind should be the So when we say the startup means normally it is it's not a traditional typically business. It is a basically entrepreneurship. So entrepreneur basically used to start, and that is to call the startups, and that is based on the some innovations. Innovation is not an innovative product. Obviously, it's a lead by the innovative product, which is like I can tell you the Larry Page and who basically start the Google. Google is the basically starting with the new kind of search engine, who is basically crawling with the entire internet and get the better search with the compared to the existing people. I mean, existing that time contemporary was Yahoo. Those who are basically working industry more than before 2003 4. then they know that that time we used to search in anything in the internet, which is the like a Yahoo, that time the leading search engine, and that other is like a Hasta La Vista, something Netscape. They having the search engine, but the Google come up with the very innovative idea, and that they having the products, and they basically putting some algorithms, and it is basically crawling the all the you can say that is the internet that time, taking the data from the internet, home pages, which is basically shared across to the internet, and then the search engines like anything. So then they basically start the startup. And thing is that Google initially sell this product to the Yahoo, and that time Yahoo ignored that one. Okay, so this is the example. What the Ritesh Agarwal do? He basically taking the one reference for Airbnb. Anybody know the Airbnb? Anybody having idea about the do you have anybody here the company name Airbnb? So maybe you don't know. Just you can search in the Google that the Airbnb, they basically started the journey, I believe, around 2008. They are the like a Ohio Airbnb. Basically, they started with journey like a three people will they during the recession time they need some money, and they what they share their suppose I'm basically I'm right now in Calcutta. I go to the Bangalore for any works and any business. I'm staying there. I take a rent, and I'm taking rent. And if the recession is come and something is come happen, what happened that I need a pay to that landlord to the paying the rent. It's for the everybody. It's not not in sitting in the home. If I rent, I need to give the rent. What they come up with the idea, okay, I can do the subletting. Subletting means suppose I have a 3 bedroom. One bedroom I'm keep it open for the everybody. Like you people now you see the homestay. It's like the homestay. Like I have a 3 bedroom. One bedroom I am basically sharing with the people who basically come to that my city, and that room I'm basically B and B. B&B means a bread and breakfast. In a you if you go to outside like a any first world country normally, and in India also normally what happened if you go to the any hotel, or hotel normally used to give the complimentary breakfast. You can see the any big hotels they used to give the complimentary breakfast. Airbnb means B and B is bread and breakfast. So they basically sharing their breakfast with the that person. That person maybe stay for the 1 week, and this model they basically replicate the entire world, and starting with that entire city, and then that's only they used to take the only 3% for the entire revenue. So and they basically build the one platform Airbnb, and Airbnb is one of the big startup, we can say this thing. So this is the innovative idea that is leading these things, because anybody before that no one think of that how we can leverage these things with the our business, and like a profit like anything. Now the homestay concept is coming like anything. So this is the one. Airbnb is one of the leading startup. Every you can see startup talks, and they used to take their reference for sale. Likewise, that's what is the you say the digital. They also do what they basically say. They when he basically initially see that is the hotel industry in India is not. I mean, it's not a you can say the up to the mark, like a not a users. I mean conventional hotels like a budget hotels, they having the so many issue, like a they not give the good towel, they not used to give the good other facility which is we used to get from the any 3-star 4-star hotel. So what happened, he basically think about that I can, if I create a one brand and I basically give the basic facilities like if I go to the, suppose if I go to the Tarakeshwar and I take a one budget hotel, and if it is a winter I'm not getting the hot water. So you understand, if I go to the any of the hill stations, if I go there, and if that is a warm water is not there also, so forget about Takeshwar, that warm water is not there, you think about the what will be the situations. So these kind of the basic things, which is basically any hotel industry putting the stars, okay, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. So if you say that, okay, if I take a one brand, if I go to the that brand, that means at least I will get this bare minimum facility which is I want to opt. So that things he basically branding as a OEO. So OEO, whatever he shared with the any, suppose I am the one of the owner of the hotel, and one owner of the hotel, I'm not running with the standard practice. I'm lucky I'm owner of the hotel in the Diga. Think about the 10 years back, there is a budget hotel, they doesn't have to bother about that, they only giving you the beds. So they giving the beds and that food you need to take from the outside or the inside also, that is not the up to the mark. You won't get the any towels. Normally we used to take the our towel or gamcha, some liking that things in the, bring that time with for the Diga and Puri. Still many of the hotel is doing, but that people what he said, he's basically said the brands, brandings, like a branding, like a the waiter will come with the good dress, the all the bed will be the the clean things, geyser will be there from the hot waters, TV will be there for the this rate, suppose in this rate. So this is the basically happening, and after that he basically taking the huge debt and huge loans, and after that when he make a brand, and the people now going to the OEO and doing the aggressive marketing. So this is the is absolutely correct. This is a he is a entrepreneur. He coming with the ideas and making this type of budget hotel as a product, not is a if you go to the OEO, all OEO is the same. Am I right? Hello. If anybody having experience on the OEO. Hello. Am I audible?
Sir, someone has written in the chat box.
Okay, great. Yeah. So if you go to the OEO, then you can say that all are the standard, not like that. Suppose if on a budget hotel the 1,000 rupees is 2,000 rupees, what is the experience you will get from the OEO in a Calcutta? Same experience you will get the outside of the Calcutta also, like a Goa, Bombay, everywhere. So yes, it is found the hotel around. It found find the hotels around the world. Correct. It is now. It's around the world. Is he basically spanning like anything. So this is the happen. Now I'm going to next part. So see what, as I said, I'm right now the product delivery of an IoT platform. It is a TCS developed product, and the TCS developments. It is basically in incubation from the our TCS research team, or the researcher basically developed that IoT platform, and then we starting with the prototyping POC and the prototyping. Now our product is going to the various customers. So it is the it is an innovative product, because we'll start in the 2012. That time that IoT very less people will know, and we take as a IoT as a platform, and it's completely microservice based. All on top of that, you can build the IoT application like a smart meter, and the others. Same way, if you have any innovative idea, you need to normally in a product life cycle, first you should have an idea, and then you should that idea need to be a place in a you can say that idea is fine, but that you need to think it is a viable or not, so it is working or not. So whatever the for that reason technical things from suppose you basically having idea, I need to create a one robot which is basically clean the floors. So this is the idea, but that idea which you basically want to build some product which is you need to sell from the if you want to start up. For that reason, first you need to do the POC, proof of concept, that whatever you have an idea, first you create the proof of concept. Okay, fine, this is the product, it is working, whatever I got an idea that is working fine. Like a Google, what say, they start with the purchasing the all the commodity hardware, do the Hadoop, the Hadoop. I believe maybe many of the people know the Hadoop. So basically, Google they starting the Hadoop concept, like a distributing data structures. So and they bring all these distributing data structure in a commodity product. Commodity product because that time they are basically startup. They don't have any money. So instead of the large that high-end capacity resources like a server, blade server, mainframe, they basically implemented the same in a commodity hardware. Commodity hardware means like our laptop, desktop, something, and they make a distributed things, so that if you want to capture the all data for the entire internet, you understand that you basically need to store the all data in your local system. And you that time during the 2000 year of 2000, the hardware cost like a storage cost and internet cost and the network cost is very high. So for that reason they come up with the from the search engine. This is the it was a one algorithm how to search, because search means faster searching and the best searching. You need a data, and for data you need to save the data in your storage, that you need a huge amount of storage. And the processing, like one user from India, he basically want to search from the biryani shop in Mumbai. So that query need to be go to the Google need to store the all the biryani stores website across the world, and based on the Mumbai keyword, they need to give the which is the site in that time and which is the shops or the you can say hotel are there for who selling the restaurant and hotels who selling the biryani, and that listing will be there in that time. So for that reason, you understand what is the background technology is required. They basically during this college they come up with the algorithm. For that algorithm they need to basically need a infrastructure like a, and they come up with the solution like a Hadoop, like a distributed things. So this is the concept how basically they start, they do the POC, then they basically getting the funds, few funds from the maybe their friends and others. Then they basically creating the prototype. I think anybody in this team they ever done any prototype or POC? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, no. So, okay, someone basically I see the chat. Mukesh Ambani is the entrepreneur. No, we cannot say the Mukesh Ambani entrepreneur. Normally, people used to say the Mukesh Ambani entrepreneur, but the Mukesh Ambani basically businessman. You can say they know the technology, which technology 4G technology is running. He not create the 4G technology, not tweaking the things. He basically one sort of thinks that okay, he basically game changer. He making giving the 4G or the internet in a free initial time, but he can give the free because of the government regulation. This is the business strategy you can say, but the Mukesh Ambani, I cannot say he is an entrepreneur. Okay, so about that, now I'm come to the topic, main topic from the product life cycle. So I'm assuming that no one do the POC and prototype. So suppose if you have a idea, first you need to do the POC that your idea is working fine. It is a completely technological point of view. Technical is it feasible or not? If the technical is feasible, then you need to do the some prototyping. Prototyping concept used to come on the satellite technology initially. So like we need to used to create the prototype one satellite. Now it's from everywhere like a prototype, like I basically build a one drone with that is the prototype. POC is done, prototype, and that you need to share with the all the stakeholder. Like I see, this is my product. This is my actual product would be like this way. So what happened? Okay, this is the bare minimum features we have. Like a product means features. You anybody know about the what is the features of any product? Features mean I think for any product, like suppose it's a mobile, you know the features. Features means if it's a smart mobile or powerful mobile, smart mobile having the different kind of features. Okay, so like we can listen the music, we can browse, which is not possible in the initial bar phones. Like a car, every car having different of features based upon the model. Like a sunroof is not there from the like a Swift and others, but the big hands some of the cars having the sunroof and some of the comfortable and the huge four-wheel drive. This is the features of the cars. Like a software also you used to have the features like I can drag and drop. I can my software can run in the Windows, Linux, everything. So this is the kind of the features. So prototype means once you basically having idea, you have done the POC, then you have do the prototyping. Then prototyping means is done. Then you basically uh, going for the before you basically start the productions, everyone say that go with the MVP. MVP means minimum viable product. Suppose in my I have an idea, I basically want to build a one product which having the 100 of the features. Don't go with the 100 of features, go with the 10 features. See, there is whatever you think that every idea, if you think that it's my idea, it will be the great, that means it will kill, it will basically everybody think of that initial startup, that whatever I have an idea, big idea, it will basically every customer, every consumer, every industry, every government will take these things. So it's like not that we have a WhatsApp, I'm basically copying the WhatsApp, that will be the great. If the I am copying the WhatsApp, and if I want to do the good business like a WhatsApp type of another chat, okay, chat thing, so then I should have the good business mind. But the features wise, the form, it's a completely innovation point of view. So suppose you have a think of the 100 features, start with the 10 features that you wish to call the minimum viable product, and please do the sale or try, or the giving to the many you can say the few people, maybe 100 people, 1,000 people, so that say that okay, whatever product I have developed, is it working properly or not? If it is working properly, what is the feedback? It is okay, it is running. Like I have a build a one app, it is running with the Samsung, not running with the Mi phones, or maybe it's running in the Samsung but running in the Mi, but the in a Mi it is not running properly. or it is like a 4 core or 6 core, it is not running. So, and whatever the integration with the other product or the like a security features and other is not working. So you will, instead of the make it a full-fledged product, always is recommend go with the MVP, minimum viable product. Good, good, Jayaprakash. Yes, features addition to the basic functionalities are element of the same class. Correct. So now we are from moving to MVP. Then, if it is a success in the MVP, whatever the lesson learned, whatever the we then we are going to the full-fledged product. Full-fledged product means now I am going to 60-70% of the all of my features. I'm basically create the product. I'm basically creating the my sales channel. I'm giving the advertisement in the YouTube or the Facebook everywhere. I'm basically publishing my. I'm basically creating the sales channel like a dealer distributor, whatever the channel, like a software we used to publish in the app store like this way. So this is the then once this is the full-fledged product is done, then we basically make it as a productions. So this is the completely journey I'm basically trying to articulate you people for the product life cycle point of view. And for any, so anything, any query over there, I'm taking some pause. Any query for this product life cycle?
If anybody has any query or doubt, please feel free to ask. It's better if you type your question in the chat box.
Hello. Okay, nothing is there. Now I'm moving to the next slide. So you see, since I'm from the IT and mainly software background, normally from and since I am basically fortunate in the TCS, I am a fortunate person who basically working in the product. Right now, I am working in the IT platform product. Before that, I was working in the another insurance product. It's called the banks. So maybe you people know that in a TCS we use another having the various product, but the product development is very less. But the we have a good revolutionary, I mean, huge product like a SBI using the banks. So in the banks we used to have the two product, one for the banking, another for insurance. I having before that I was in a insurance product, insurance banks product. For any software related things, I can because since I'm from the IT background, that I can give you the more about that software product, like a instead of that, like a, other people can give the product like a biotechnologies or the manufacturing like a car and others. So this thing. So for in a software industry, normally we used to say that is there are the 9 level. So in for 9 level, this is set initially. It is this it's called the technology readiness level. Initially, it is adapted from the NASA. From NASA used to take this 9 level for their rocket projects, and that is being adopted in the software industry. And the software industry they said their own. So I am taking reference from the European Union, which is normally we used to take in India. So in a TRL 1 to 9 and TRL 0, normally we should say idea. Sorry, excuse me. So TRL 0 is the idea. Normally we used to say the TRL 1. So what if suppose you have an idea, then you first TRL 1 you need to do the research. Is your idea is proven? It is a good. It's not. This research means only the technology, not limited to technological research. It is also market research and other research also. But predominantly, it's a technical research because it is my idea. It's working properly or not. We will working. So once that basic research is done, then we basically choose the tech stack, technology stacks. like suppose if you mobile app development, I can give you the one example. I'm choosing the mobile app development for I'm a .NET developer. I know the .NET, but I have seen that here two type of mobile is there. One is the iOS, another in a you can say that is the Android. So Android, they say that I have a native development in a Android, which is Android through Android Studio I can do, and which is required to know the Java. And same thing is the iOS also. That is also that Swift is there. That is also required the Java. Then what happened? If I know the Android, can I develop the apps? So then Microsoft come up with the solutions like a cross-platform development, and there are the several framework is there. One of the beautiful framework is the Ionic. Anybody know the framework? If majority of the computer science, I believe they know they maybe heard the term Ionic framework. Anybody? So you can search in a Google. Ionic is a cross-platform framework, which is basically using like I am a .NET developer. I can develop the web applications in a .NET, but if I develop I want to develop product for the my mobile apps, I need to take the Ionic. Ionic basically convert .NET code to the Android ready as well as the we can say that is the iOS ready. So I don't need to know I don't need to learn the that part like a Android native Android development and native iOS development. I can at least if for MVP point of view, I can or prototyping point of view, I can and as well as and the POC point of view, I can create a one product like a maybe the hospital management or the travel management, everything I can develop with the Ionic. So that's it. So technology formulation is very much required. So TRL3 means applied the research. Whatever the research I know, whatever the technology I know, that I need to basically from my lab I need to build or my laptop or where we can say there is a I need to create a one small product. It is called the proof of concept. These three in normally from starting from 0 to like a 3 we used to say ideations. So once the proof of concept is success, okay, my whatever I thought of that idea, at least it is my concept is now proved. Now I'm going for the small scale prototyping. Like I basically take the cloud for hosting the database and using that other mobile try it with the give some of the friends. Okay, this is my prototype. So this is the or the some of the in the company they basically create the one pilot project giving this prototyping to that set of peoples. Okay, like suppose one company create a one new product like a human resource management, like a from that personal any productivity tools like a creating the tasks and something the chat tool like a WhatsApp. So they basically give it to the internal all the employee. First it is working. So this is the that time the small scale prototyping is done in the TRL4. Then if suppose if first like a IT department using this prototype, now the company said okay it's IT department that chatbot software is working fine. Now give it to the entire company. So let's see the large scale prototype is done. So that is called TRL5. So TRL6 is a outside of the things, is a more than larger people. One the TRL6 is done, you can say that it is a close to the productions. Now from a company in general company looking for major funding for scaling like up like I mean suppose 10,000 20,000 million of user can use that one. So that is then is going to the TRL7. That after that that pre-commercial, like a soft launch, we used to say, like many of the have you heard the term preview of the any features? Anybody? What chat is come? No, preview. Preview means like a trailer, teaser of the film. Everybody know trailer. Like a preview of the product means it is in an alpha or beta stage. So alpha stage is basically product is running in the within the internal to organization, and beta is basically running outside the organization. Suppose Windows 11 is now in a production, but before that Microsoft used to give the Windows 11 for free to use, like any product, like they used to one new release is come new, they used to say is a preview mode. Okay, you see, you give the feedback to us. Okay, trial run, correct, trial run. It's a you can say trial run. Actually, trial run, yeah, you can say these things, but the trial normally come in the separate. But the you can say this thing. Once is done, sorry. Once is done, so then this is a, we used to scale like from the commercial point of view, and then the TRL9 means this product is completely available for the all the consumer. So this is the 9 stages of the product technology readiness level point of view. So now you can see from what happened. Normally we need a big investor during this TRL 7, 8, 9. So where we can scale, we can commercialize these things. Investor like a, suppose one product, like a, in our product, our TCS is a basically investor, but in your product, first what happened that you need to seek the investor. Initial time, you can say like this is the government initiative, TRL 1, 2, 3. For your research also, suppose if you want to do some the 3D printing and something required, you need to fund. Normally government used to give as a grant. Grant means where you don't need to return that money, like you get the grant for the 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs you don't need to return. So the from government basically give it to you. You basically, they understand what is your idea is good, that can be, they basically not go for the patenting anything, or not go for the anything for your stake. So anybody having idea about that company, type of company, which I'm not here mentioning, but the if you need to understand, you basically want to start something, then you need to form one company. Like a single person can create a one company, it is called the proprietorship company. If you have a 2-3 partners, normally used to say the partnership company. And if you have if you want to go with the mainly commercialist thing, that other like a market you can say dealer, distributor, all the leader, they basically expecting one full-fledged company which is part of a ROC, registration of the company, which is called the private limited company. So private limited company, and that last initially long back, that US and other first world country company used to say they starting with the LLP, there's a limited liability company, and now that is being adopted in our India also, LLP also. Many of the LLP or LLC is there. So I'm not here to explain you the type of company, but it is required. And once you basically that company doing very good, they go to the share market, listing their share, become a private limited public limited company, bring some IPO, and from IPO it is going for the secondary market like a share stock market. Then it is become a completely public limited company. Like TCS is a public limited company, but IBM is not a private limited company in India. IBM is a private limited company. Since IBM is a US company, here in India, they don't have in right to do the business as a public limited. If that company basically become a public limited, that I need to be share the need to listing their company in our share market like NSE, BSC, and then it's become a public limited company. Like a for your informations, Ola and Flipkart both are not an Indian company. They Indian company means this the Indian basically started, but they're listing in a Singapore. Okay, it's like that. Like a CTS is not an Indian company; it is a US company. They're listing their company in US Nasdaq. Is like that. So that is also required for to know understand. We can come up with the later time also, but this is very much important to understand the TRL point of view. So step by step you will get the fund. First you get the fund from the government, or suppose in your any of the company they can fund give fund. If they basically give the fund, it is called the angel funding. So angel investor, they basically give the fund. Ratan Tata used to give the fund lots of this type of startup, and Ratan Tata now never say that I need a return for same. But if some company basically looking for the return for the same, it is called the equity. It is based on the equity or something else. Like your patent is there. They basically say that if you have a, I think everybody know the patent here. What is patent? Or patent product based and service based. Yes, service based also, service also one of the products, suppose from the business point of view. Definitely, like a Uber is a service company, but behind the big product is going, I mean, big technology is going on. So we cater the service and that product, I mean, whatever. So we used to say that from software point of view, everything is a product, and there is a so that's it. So service, definitely service. We need to define the how we sell the service. This is the different thing. But I just want to understand everybody, anybody know the patent, royalty, copyright? Can anybody say this thing? Patent is keeping all right to the copy to the make distribution. Correct. Like a patent is a basically country specific. Like India having their own patent system, US their own patent system, Europe their own patent system. Suppose you taking the patent in India, that doesn't mean the same product can that same product someone from the US also can patent from their side. So it is advisable if you having some idea and you need to do the patenting, that need to patenting the across the globe. If you want to do your business across the globe, that is called the patent. So for the country specific. So sometime you can say that you have a good idea. Some of the big company, they basically purchase your patent also. Like they used to give the 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 50 lakhs crores, and if you see that your concept is very good, then company can take over entire thing. Like after TRL3, if POC is done, company can take your idea, your patent. Normally during the within the TRL3 in a industry, in general, we used to file the patent, so that if you not file the patent, some of the get the idea, your idea, and they can do the patent. Once you complete the entire thing, you can think that you have done the entire thing, but you need to give the patent cost to that person who already patented your idea. Is like that, it is happening. So it has happened many of the time. I can give you the one example, like a Jagadish Chandra Bose, who basically doing this like a radio technology. But the Marconi filed first That's why Marconi is an inventor of the radio. But actually, Jagadish Chandra Bose, basically, he did the radio stuff first. Okay, I mean, he invented the radio first. But the thing Marconi done that things for first. That's why all the radio basically invent by the Marconi. It's like that. Don't become a Jesse Bose. So if you have an idea, if you think, if you done the POC, then first thing before the prototype, go with the patenting. This is the normally standard practice we used to do. And for the startup point of view, for any, suppose startup means not only technology. If you are the technically big giant, okay, but you don't know the business, then then startup is not a big deal. You're not your cup of tea. So maybe you are good technical, but you need to build a team like a who is basically know the business, who know the back accounts, who know the marketing. Then your product, your whatever your idea, then can be marketable and then can get the success. So anybody know the Thomas Alpha Edison? Anybody? Like maybe
Sir, this is American inventor so Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison. He is basically creating the electricity, DC, direct. You know the electricity, two type of electricity. One is AC, another DC, alternative current and direct current. So he basically invent the electricity. Then the bulb, light, it's come. So everybody know there's a he having the more than 1,000. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
I think some the network glitch happened. So is my my PPTs it's working? I mean it's visible to everybody.
No, sir, your PPT is not visible.
Okay. What changes happening on my side? So now it's okay.
Now it's visible. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Internet getting some problem. That's it. Sorry. So that's why if you are become a where okay. So Thomas L. So he basically created one company. It's called GE, General Electric. I think everybody know the General Electric. GE, you know the GE. It's become a G Electric, G Healthcare, G everything is there. So majority of the medical equipment is built by the G. So he is a, you can say that one of the great inventor and one of the big great industrialist or entrepreneur, we can say. So same way we used to say that Steve Jobs is the one of the great entrepreneur. So entrepreneur means he having good idea. He's not a. I think many of don't know that he's not a technical guy. He not a technical guy means such a not technical guy means he not build the Macintosh. His friend is basically building the Macintosh. He having idea, and that is the revolutionary idea. So that's it. If you having an idea, the people are there. Some of the coder is there doing the code. Some of the hardware person is there, electrical guy or electronic guy is there doing same. So if the idea is the main thing. So same way, once you basically having idea, then the proof of concept, when you basically want to go for the business. So here is the one concept called the lean canvas. So lean canvas, business model canvas, I'm not going to in details, but the thing is that this is the very much is required if you basically start something for your own. So like a, you can here you can see there is a some the product point of view, from the market, like a, this is a problem statement. You basically identify the problem statement, what should be the solution, what is the key matrices. It's available in the internet. So it's a, this is the main blank canvas. So that you need to put down is like that. Okay, what is the my problem? You identify the it, why normally we used to say is a, whiteboarding. It's a whiteboarding we do when a canvas big, who is the basically product development team, they used to have a white canvas, and they basically whatever their idea they putting in that way. Normally other way, MIT basically starting this concept as a, they say the design thinking. Okay, design thinking, man, you are thinking whatever your design should be like a product design. So this is very much important to understand, so that okay, you can categorize how should be the your marketing channels, how you basically going for that entire thing. So you need to put down the entire thing. So I'm taking the one example for the Uber. Uber, what is the lean canvas for the Uber? You know the what is the problem that you can find this thing in the internet. It's very much available. Just in a Google type the lean canvas Uber, then you will get the things. Just read down for your reference. Like what is the problem? Difficult to find the cab when you need it. Is it happen? Normally in a, I'm staying in a Calcutta. I faced a lot of time. Okay, black cab are expensive. You know the black cab is a basically UK term. In a UK, we used to have the two type of cabs. One is a black cab, is a more expensive, two times near about 2 or 3 times expensive. Another is another normal cab. So we'll come up with that is a normal cab. Cab, that's consolidated pricing. Mini cab, which is says the mini cab, small cabs are needed to be booked. Like a, I can say when I went London, I take the Heathrow to my location is around 30-40 kilometers. The black cab taking the 23 pound and mini cab taking the only the 16 or 7 pound, 6 or 7 pound, like that. Huge 3-4 times. I forget the entire thing, but it is happening in the UK like these things. Mini cab needs to be booked by the advantage, and the most of the time hit odd cards. So this is the problem that we need to write. What should be the solution? What be the key metrics? That is very important. Suppose if you want to start something, then this canvas help you. So what I said that this is another important thing. Like a, you maybe heard that Baizu is a unicorn. Anybody know the what is unicorn? Can you speak? Or can you can unicorn? So normally you can see unicorn means if one startup having valuation more than 1 million, it is become a unicorn. $1 million, not rupees. So Baiju is a number one unicorn across the world as a edtech. Now its valuation near about 22 billion, not million, billion, $22 billion. So Baiju is a number one edtech, like a edtech, health tech, fintech, like a Crate is a fintech. So there is a health tech, there's so many health tech companies, a fintech company. So educational technology, Baiju is the number one in the world. So if it's a startup, it's, so anybody who knows the physics wala?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now physics wala is a last unit edtech company is a become a unit unicorn. So unicorn means suppose you are in there, like you have an idea, you started idea. So but you are basically doing the POC, If it is a fail, then you basically give up, then your startup is gone. But if somehow you get the things, and now you basically getting funding from angel investor like any government or Ratan Tata, who invest something 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 1 crore, then you basically start on something. So it is after that you basically come up with the break even, like a whatever I have cost, and I can say I have a good amount of the, suppose you basically build a one a tech product like a one of the app like a Baiju or Vedantu on something, and you can see that the 10,000 1,000 of people using your product, your application or your service. Now that when the 10,000 I mean the 1,000 people using your product, then your venture capitalist will come. That like see here the angel, I'm taking the reference from the venture capitalists come, they will say that okay, I want to fund you the 5 million, 2 million, 3 million. So what is that? It is called first P, first P. P means I forget the full term of the P, the first stage. So you get the first investor. So world, the SoftBank is one of the big investor, and Y Coordinator is another big investor who basically funding to this type of startups. Y Coordinator and the SoftBank. So like a Snapdeal, like a other various company used to get the fund from the SoftBank and others, like a various Chinese company. In the Indian company also they used to give the fund. So you will get the like a first you will get the 50 million, then you will get the another 100 million, then you will get the another 200 million, and your valuation of the company is increasing. So you can see the physics wala is a first bootstrap. The bootstrap means they not used to take the fund from the VC. He basically create the valuation by their own investment. Okay, and when the VC will come, they basically, if your valuation is very large, suppose if your company having that valuation is the 1 lakh, okay, so one investor will come and they can say I can I can take your entire stake, 100% stake, I am giving the 1 lakh, it is what 2 lakhs, then you can obviously you can need to give entire thing. And he said that you can do the, you have become a my company employee, you start the things. So it is happening for the any company, like any startup, like a they all the investor basically seeking the stake for your company. Like a Ritesh Agarwal, they may be having the only 5 or 10% stake on their company now, but he is basically one of the billionaire. Same thing for the Agarwals, for the some Agarwal, I think for Ola and that Flipkart persons. They used to have the very minimum stake, but rest of the stake is basically stake means the share is taking by the venture capitalist. When the venture capitalists think that okay, I have a huge valuation, now I'm go for the public, then they release the IPO. So once the IPO is released, then the public like us, we can invest on the IPO, like LIC not LIC not a startup, but the LIC, I think everybody heard about that LIC recently go for the IPO. That's why I basically say what is IPO. Once the IPO, after IPO, it is go to the after IPO, it is go to the public market, my share listing. So this is the, you can say that financial circuit is very much important to understand, so that how you can get the money. Unless you not get the money, you can move forward. So this is very important thing you need to understand. Suppose if you have an idea, but you don't know how to arrange the money, how to get the money from the people, market, how to get the money from the VCs, how to get the from the angel investor or seed capital or the equity crowdfunding, then it is very difficult to move forward. Like suppose. So now I just want to explaining you what is that. Suppose you are basically, I'm taking another 5 minutes. So this is the important thing you need to understand. Like here in our product, we use the 100% open source things. 100% open source things means, suppose I am basically creating one product with the .NET. Okay, if I sell the product, I need to I basically build a product in the Oracle database. If I sell the product to the any company, that company need to purchase the licensing from the Microsoft and Oracle. So you understand, suppose your product value is the 1 lakh, and you're basically need to your customer need to pay the subscription cost or the license cost for the Oracle and Microsoft for the 10 lakhs, then your product become 11 lakhs. So you understand. So then they said, oh, your product is very costly. Then overall you need to think about, if it's a overall things, it's a very costly, I'm not going to purchase your product. So nowadays everybody basically build the product with the open source. But the before open source, you need to understand what is the open source. So in open source, you need to understand that what is the free software, what is the open source software, what is the freeware. So this is the distinguishing between the things. So you can see the Linux and Skype is a free for the public, I mean consumer, not for the product development. So that you need to understand. But the SQLite for the free everything. Okay, so that you need to understand very well. Second thing is that you need to understand what is copyright, what is copyleft, what is permissible, permissive things, so that you basically build a product and you not taking the copyright, then it is very difficult. And I am giving the some of the reference for the open source community. People who are basically want to build their product from the open source, normally they want to go with the Apache product, because Apache never said that I need your code if you want to use my product. Okay, so this is the advantage and disadvantage you need to understand very well before starting with the any software from the and any IT industry kind of thing, any software development type of product. So that is, so if you think that it is open source, but I can build up product, after that when you sell, some of you can sue you and they can charge you the okay, like you can see that AngularJS having the MIT license. MIT license, they said that okay, you can patent that you need to provide my name also. It's like that. So you need to understand this licensing comes very well. And for the interest of the time, I'm not going for this. There is a one thing is coming, like a ONDC. I want that every people just need to understand this is a new thing is coming, that our Indian government starting, like a UPI. I think everybody know the UPI. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
UPI. We are payment. So same kind of things. You can say that government want to do for the for the all the digital commerce, ONDC. So normally what happened that consumer need to use the different product like for their channel, but they basically want to build one ecosystem where everybody come and like you basically create a one detail apps. That app you can share with the ONDC, the other can use. You can, this is an open market, you can say, like a what is why? Because government think that Amazon, Flipkart, Zomato, they kill our lower level of people. They're killing everything. Now we can say that Amazon used to sell the Amazon basis. Amazon basis is a Amazon product. They Amazon basis, they basically give the more rating, more positioning to their product. Obviously, they can manipulate the data from their backend. So people used to buy those things. So for that reason, that in interest of the SME segment, when this is come to the picture. So, and you understand, if you basically want to start something for the retail industry, or that you can say that any kind of the commerce business, e-commerce industry, then you can think of the ONDC. This is a very good thing, and government encourage like anything. They basically used to give the fund grant for suppose you can start something. So that's it from my side. which is I am right now ignoring this part. This is the one that technical things I just want to ignore today. Or maybe the later, if you have if for any other sessions like a DevOps and other session, I can share the things. Basically, in the last presentation, I basically want to say about that what is how basically we build the product from backend. So this is not relevant, but that's why I ignore it. So this is I have done. So any question, anything?
So it was indeed an impactful experience. Thank you so much for being with us. So we'll move on to the question answer session. If anybody has any doubt, query about anything, please feel free to ask, sir. If not, then I'll move on. So I would request our convener of IIC BIT, Professor Debolina Barik ma'am, to felicitate sir with the e-certificate.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a very nice session indeed. I am sharing the e-certificate. Please accept on behalf of IIC BIT.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks. It's a great pleasure.
Thank you so much, sir.
Next, I would request our Vice President of IIC BIT, Dr. Tapan Kumar Pal sir, to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Farhan. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. So on the behalf of Institute Innovation Council BIT, I want to extend a really heartful thanks to the speaker, Mr. Niladri Roy, the product developer, lead LOT cloud platform, Tata Consultancy Service, Kolkata. And he gives a wonderful speech about the innovations, prototype validations, and converting innovation into the startup. I think the student also enlightened about these particular topics. So we are also thankful to our principal, sir, Professor Dr. N.C. Ghosh, for his presence and share his valuable thoughts. Of IIC BIT, and those working really very hard and continuously arranging this kind of webinar to motivate the student. In this webinar, I wish to especially thanks to Professor Bulbul Mukherjee, Professor Sudipta Dattu, Professor Debolina Bari, Professor Shreyanshi Maitri, and also Professor Urpita Chakraborty, the president of IIC BIT team. I also thanks to our student, the Farhan Begum, CSE second year, and Deepita Pradhan, CSE second year. Finally, I would like to thanks to all the participants, including other faculty members of different department of BIT and the student also. So in this word, I really thanks to the speaker for his wonderful speech. Thank you all again. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Rajesh sir is requested to give the feedback form, please.